to a traffic pursuit. We got a vehicle failing to yield, doing about 90.
3324, do you have any idea on the driver?
Negative license.
We don't know who the driver is. The vehicle has fake plates on it. We're about 15 miles away. They're headed towards us, though. So we're going to try to intercept it.
Maybe passing A133 West Road. Coming up on Wells Road.
Lead Trooper Deranged is on his tail and conveying updates to Noel.
Just outbound into West Road now, and along the travel. They're on with other vehicles trying to wreck.
He's trying to go head on with other vehicles right now. He's trying to run people off the road, driving directly at people at 90 miles an hour.
They're heading along with another vehicle. They're trying to get off the road.
Somehow we'll get back to that way.
It's a dangerous game of chicken. With the rate of speeds recorded, a head-on collision would almost certainly be fatal.
They're getting close.
But as troopers close in, the suspects aren't playing games.
I have the gun for it, they still get one. We just turned on Pamela. Westbound.
We're headed back towards Wasilla now.
The suspects turn off onto a windy side road bustling with evening traffic.
Yeah, I've got one with him. Just throwing things up on the 39 degree, can you get the bike ready?
Troopers attempt to set up a roadblock before the vehicle enters densely packed Wasilla.
Back on where I did right electric.
But then, the driver makes a sudden move
They just jumped off on Wildwood.
and a huge mistake.
That's a dead end.
I have them back into the dead end. That's where I had to stand out. The driver won't stop.
Passenger's trying to get out of the vehicle. The driver's still not stopping.
It will not stop. I'm gonna turn quick. Keep backing up. They're coming back in.
We're right around the corner. They're trying to run him over now.
33, 1060.
Yeah, they're still trying to run past. I think they're trying to live.
Copy on 58 mode.
I got it in sight.
45 seconds. All right, open the door from the outside. From the outside, open the door. Okay, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Just step out. Okay.
With one in custody, the team of troopers takes off after the fleeing driver.
I never want to do nothing. I told him to stop, man.
All right. Any weapons on you?
No.
Okay. All right. Hands down.
Yep. Okay. He's got that tight on me. I had my hands up the whole time when he was driving and everything. I told him, I was like, "What? No, man, stop, man. He's gonna kill us, man. The cop gonna shoot us if you don't stop."
Yep.
Right?
All right. We gotta walk up to my car. Okay.
I didn't want to get shot, but I had my hands up. You know,
Yep.
I don't do.
Yeah. No, he was calling out over the radio. You had your hands up.
Yeah, I did.
So
I'm like, man, just pull over, man. It's all right, man. You got a warrant. It's all right, you know.
he's got a warrant.
I think he got a warrant.
Yeah. You know what he's got a warrant for?
I have no clue.
Well, we'll want to talk to you in a second.
Yeah.
But just have a seat for now, okay?
I ain't do nothing.
You're not.
They're gonna stop.
Yeah. You're not under arrest.
Okay, all right. I'm about to flash on him, man. Hey, if he would have hit that car, he would have shot him, huh?
Yeah. Right.
Man, I was nervous, man. Thank you, sir.
Yep. Back on 1D45, we have the black male in custody, white male on foot.
Are you on a description for me?
Hey, what was he wearing?
He's wearing gray and green.
Green.
Noel relays the information to the troopers fanning out through the woods.
4311, start working on perimeter. We'll be out on foot down Furman Street.
Word soon comes back from dispatch on the passenger.
All right, thanks. Hey, you got a warrant too. Yeah.
He's wanted for contempt of court in a vehicle theft case.
But I tried to stop the subject, though, you know.
Since the warrant's already in, we can't do anything about it. The court's already put a warrant out.
Noel places him under arrest, and he consents to further questioning.
All right. What was he throwing out of the car? Or what were you throwing out of the car?
I was throwing nothing out the car.
What was he throwing out of the car?
I don't know. He'll ball it up, and he's like, hey, man, just chill. He'll go around the corner, he'll throw it. Look, I'm just trying to hold on.
Was it
while he's
drugs?
doing it. Huh?
Was it drugs? I mean, you can tell by how he's holding it. Is it drugs? Was it guns? What was it?
Paper or something. Paper or something. He got something balled up. He's just throwing it.
Okay. Is he dealing?
No, he don't really. He don't deal around me.
Okay. What's he on probation for, though?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to say that that's his business and stuff like that. None of that, you know? You'll know his background when you read his name. Okay, he's off the crazy chain. And I don't know if you were to...
Hang on, someone's calling me.
Troopers have surrounded the fleeing suspect in the woods.
I'll be looking at
But the man won't give up, and troopers must go hands-on.
We have 2 subjects in custody. Can someone confirm that?
Okay, they've got the other guy in custody now.
After a 20-minute scramble, troopers get their man. But it wasn't exactly a walk in the park.
The troopers caught him, started fighting, kept telling the troopers he had a gun. Afterwards told him he was trying to get them to shoot him. He did end up getting tased.
The driver is booked on a long list of charges, including assault on a police officer.
You've got an assault 3 for him, probably assault 3 for you, the way it sounds.
Yeah, he actually hit me with a car.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he bumped me with a car.
It may even be assault 2.
He could now face a maximum of 20 years in jail and up to $191,000 in fines.
He's getting charged with 5 felonies and 4 misdemeanors. He's being held on no bail right now. That's probably going to be a while before he gets out.
Troopers decide not to charge the passenger.
I'm afraid for my life.
It's messed up, man. He was very cooperative. He wanted us to make sure that we knew that he was trying to get the pursuit to stop the entire time.
But Noel still must take him in for his outstanding warrant.
He says robbing me, man. So I said, okay, cool. Okay. But have me back before dark. I mean, I really didn't want to go. You know what I'm saying? You know, I went to the store to get some little ice cream. And he picked his swear to me, too. Like, before we left out, he said he wasn't getting into no trouble. He said he wasn't getting into no trouble. So I guess he lied.
He could be facing up to 6 months in jail.
With low life is person, that's what happens, you know?
Yeah. There's always an inherent danger with pursuits. Danger to us, danger to the suspect, danger to the traveling public. Fortunately, nobody ended up in the hospitals. Overall, a good ending.
320 miles north, in Fairbanks.
Fairbanks 136 for today.
Trooper Kamal Lay is on swing shift and receives a disturbing call.
2036, I had a complaint that finds that there's a white male in a gray Ford pickup truck that's been there approximately an hour. Apparently he's been trying on and taking off bulletproof vests. He gets on the bed of the truck and jumps up and down and then gets back in the bag and keeps adjusting the bulletproof vest. Just to advise, he does not live at the residence. She's never seen him there before.
10-4, 10-19. Well, you know, to be in Alaska, it's normal for folks to have guns on them. I don't think it's normal to encounter someone with a bulletproof vest. That's kind of strange, because if you're out hunting, you don't really need a bulletproof vest on. And that's an area where people, you know, live alone and by themselves, so I can see the concern. We're going to approach with caution. This guy, to me, sounds pretty creepy.
With a call like this, Lay won't go in alone.
It's going to be what we call contact cover. So Trooper Weary is going to be contact, I'm going to be cover. And I'll bring the AR out. We don't want to startle him, so we're going to kind of just sneak past. Someone who's vested up could really do some damage. Who knows what his mentality is or what he wants to do. This guy, to me, sounds pretty creepy. Trooper Weary is going to be contact, I'm going to be cover. Someone who's vested up with a bulletproof vest could really do some damage. Who knows what his mentality is or what he wants to do.
Might be approached with you behind, kind of where you're not in sight.
There is no sign of the man in the bulletproof vest or his truck. But when troopers call in for the suspect's exact location...
No radio.
Okay, our radio is not getting out at all.
They're walking in blind.
There's a lot of area to cover there, a lot of areas that were unknown. It can be kind of scary. The radio isn't working correctly, so dispatch, they are not aware that we're on foot looking for a guy who could be armed. There's one right there. Looks like there's a couple white trucks over there.
They spot what could be the man's truck.
You know, we don't know if he's armed, and I'm going to treat him as if he's armed, and he could ambush us at any point, because we just don't know where he is. Military gear inside. Hey, sir. Did you see someone in the back of one of these trucks here jumping up and down with a bulletproof vest on? No. Do you know where this person lives at? Number. You say he lives at number.
Yes, sir. State trooper. Oh, okay.
Trooper Weary soon discovers the caller was mistaken.
That's why we're out here.
Hey, man, you take care of yourself, right?
Guys.
The man is active military, and the strange scene was part of his training.
So basically, he was trying on his body armor that he was issued to make sure it fits appropriately. He said he's got a big march coming up tomorrow.
He's putting it on, adjusting it, taking it off, adjusting it. Another day in Fairbanks.
Across town,
Fairbanks 2035, 1036. Hey, sir, how's it going today? The reason why I stopped you today is because you got your light bar on up front.
Oh, man, sorry about that.
That's all right. It's a pretty bright light. Would you mind pulling your hood off for me, sir?
I don't need to.
No? Okay. If I could see your license, registration, proof of insurance, that'd be good.
Insurance. I don't.
Oh, there it is right there. You see it? That sheet right there.
Awesome.
Right on the paperclip. Perfect. All right, partner, just sit tight for me for a second, okay? Yeah, I can smell a bit of alcohol coming off of him. Fairbanks 35. Is there a Tango unit available near Auburn and Farmers Loop? 10-4. Got an odor of alcohol from the driver. Doesn't want to make eye contact. Something's not quite right. Acting a little shady. Doesn't want to make any eye contact. He's got a hood pulled up on his head. It's pretty warm out. Right now it's almost 50 degrees. Pretty nice day to be having a hood on your head. Doesn't want to look at me, so we're going to get him out of the vehicle and make sure he's safe to drive. All right, here's your paperwork back.
Thanks.
So how much you had to drink tonight, you think?
Nothing.
Nothing?
None.
Nothing at all?
None.
Okay, well, I could smell a little bit on you, so I'm just trying to be honest.
Just smell some spilt or something.
Yeah? Well, hey, would you mind stepping out back here just make sure you're safe to drive today? All right, if you do me a favor, just stand over here where the light's shining. Would you mind pulling your hood off for me so I can see your eyes a little bit?
I don't think I should have to.
Well, you don't necessarily have to, but what I'm trying to do right now is determine whether or not you're safe to drive. And if you're not willing to do my test, I have to make all of my judgments just on what I see and smell right now. My concern is I want to make sure you can get from here home in one piece.
No problem.
What do you think? You think you could?
I don't think I have to do any tests, though.
Okay, so you're not willing to look at my finger. How about you willing to do any movement tests for me? No? How about any speaking? You willing to try and do your alphabet, anything like that? No? Okay. You want to provide a sample of your breath, do a portable breath test for me? No? Okay. So what I'm going to need you to do right now is go ahead and turn around, put your hands behind your back. You're under arrest for DUI, okay? All right, do me a favor. Let's come on back here to my car, okay? Tried to ask him to perform some field sobriety tests. He refused, appeared to be impaired, was stumbling against his car a little bit, had a pretty strong odor of alcohol. The fact that he didn't want to provide us any information, he didn't want to perform any tests, pretty unusual, actually. It was the first time I've had anybody refuse every single test.
Trooper Munson follows his nose back to the vehicle, hoping to find more evidence inside.
Just looking to see if there's any alcohol, any proof that he'd been drinking inside the vehicle here.
But it's not alcohol he uncovers.
Oh. Yeah, we got a gun here in the center console. One in the chamber. Just looking to see if there's any alcohol, any proof that he'd been drinking inside the vehicle here. Oh. Yeah, we got a gun here in the center console. Yeah, he definitely needs to tell me about that. Oh yeah, it was loaded. One in the chamber. Sitting between the passenger seat and the center console. Loaded. NCIC 135. Got a 32 here if we can run that real quick.
Trooper Munson runs the serial number through dispatch to see if the gun checks out.
It's a 45 and probably black. It's black low receiver and then a chrome upper. Stolen gun from last October. Yep. Fairbanks 35. Get the next available for investigative impound for this vehicle. Everyone in Alaska has a gun, and we expect that. What we don't expect is for them to be stolen, and we don't expect for people to not let us know that they have them, especially if they've been drinking and it's right next to them as they're driving. Bad day for him.
In addition to his DUI, the driver now faces a weapons misconduct charge and will have serious questions to answer about the stolen gun. In all, he could face a potential $20,000 in fines and up to 2 years of jail.
We're going to have this towed back to the trooper post. I'll apply for a search warrant in hopes to find any other stolen property. It's a good reminder that there's no such thing as a routine traffic stop. Out here by myself, he was under the influence of alcohol. He had a loaded .45 pistol right beside him on his seat, and at any time he could have chosen to grab that pistol and come after me.
150 miles south, just outside of Cantwell, Denali dominates the landscape.
1800.
And wildlife trooper Jim Ellison is on the prowl for illegal hunters. Today's destination, bear country.
I'm the only wildlife trooper in the area. It's probably about 250 miles by 250 miles, roughly. There's both interior grizzly bears and black bears. What we're looking for today more than anything is the black bear hunters. They'll have bait stations set up targeting black bears.
And many of the hunters in this region are inexperienced short-term residents.
They want to get their Alaska experience in while they're here. It's easy access for them and it's not that far away. I think it's a great thing, but unfortunately a lot of them don't take the time to learn the laws and customs here before they go out. We had a dispute last week in this area. One guy thought a bear was taking over his bait when actually it wasn't. That's one of the problems that we have with a lot of the people coming here to get their Alaska experience. They don't realize that they do have to share this with other hunters and other users.
But Ellison won't patrol this risky mission alone. At the trailhead, he meets up with public safety technician Leo Farrow. To get to the bait stations, they face a rugged 10-mile ride through the heart of bear territory. And with black bears weighing in at up to 350 pounds, they must take every precaution.
You never know when you gotta grab and run. This is my bear gun. This is a 45-70. Trust this a little more than I do the shotgun when I'm out working bear hunters. This just has a little more range, a little more impact than a shotgun. I do qualify with this, so if I were to get into something where I had to use it on a human, I could. Okay, we're ready. There should be a bait station up here a ways. This one should have been pulled, so this should be cleaned up.
After a 3-hour ride through some of Alaska's toughest terrain, they find their bait station, and first impressions aren't good.
I already have a violation here. He left his caution flags up. When he took his sign down, he left part of it stapled to the tree. He didn't clean this bait side up.
Ellison moves in for a closer inspection. But with live bait likely still on scene, troopers must proceed with caution.
Where you have a bait station, the bears are used to coming into that, so I don't really want to walk out here without protection for us. Okay, some black bear scat right here. Where you have a bait station, the bears are used to coming into that, so I don't really want to walk out here without protection for us. And here's some black bear scat right here. So black bears have been in here. Okay.
No bears, but plenty of recent signs.
Some more scat. This was definitely a black bear bait station. If you look inside this barrel, there's remains of grain with molasses on it. And over here, there's a dog food bag. And there's been bears in it. See how they've dug around everywhere? They'll keep coming back and check it. And they'll come back for a good while afterward. As long as any of this stuff's still here, they'll come back and check it out.
But this bait station is more than just messy.
There's no signs or permit or anything. He's gonna get a ticket.
Ellison isn't ready to call it a day.
We'll kind of look around here and see if we can find a carcass.
But troopers soon find themselves in an encounter with another infamous Alaskan predator.
Well, there's some bugs out.
Yeah, there are. Must have just had a hatch. Holy crap. You can't even breathe without breathing them in. Oh my goodness.
But in the next clearing,
oh, it's still there.
the trooper's persistence pays off.
This is a tree stand. His signs are all gone. So this is definitely an illegal blind. It's getting pretty bad here.
Troopers decide to confiscate the stand to use as collateral.
Go for it, Leo. By taking his tree stand, it's more than likely that I'm going to hear about it.
When the hunter returns, he'll know that troopers paid a visit.
You can lower it down to me. All right, got it.
And he'll have to answer to Trooper Ellison.
Usually when you get somebody that leaves their stuff out here, they don't really care about the moral aspects of the hunt. I'm going to charge him for not cleaning a bear bait station. I'm going to charge him for a bear bait station without required signs and permits.
If convicted on both counts, the hunter could face as much as $20,000 in fines and up to 2 years in jail.
This was a very good patrol. We are going to spread the word that we're out there and that we are looking for the violations. If we can get people in compliance just by using the patrols and maybe a couple minor violations if we need to. That's what we're looking for, and it turned out pretty well.
But back north in Fairbanks,
Fairbanks 2031, 1036.
it's another busy night shift for Trooper Nicholas Hayes.
Hi, good evening, sir. Trooper Hayes, how are you?
Good.
Good. Hey, I just stopped you. When you got off the Richardson Highway, you just didn't use the turn signal. Were you aware of that?
Yeah, I used it. Is it not working?
Yeah, well, it didn't work when you got off on the Richardson Highway. Do you have your driver's license on you? Registration, insurance?
This is my insurance company there.
Okay.
And by the way, I'm on probation.
Okay, what are you on probation for?
Theft one.
Anything stolen in the vehicle?
No, sir.
All right, that's good. What are y'all doing?
Just going to get some diesel fuel for the house. It's freezing.
Where were you coming from?
I went down to McDonald's and realized that I hadn't ate my medicine yet, so I got to eat with my medicine, so I just wait for morning.
Okay, why'd you come on the Richardson to the Old Rich? Kind of doesn't make sense to me. Is there anything stolen in this vehicle?
No, sir.
Nothing at all?
Nope, this is all dump station.
All right, hang tight here just a minute. Don't get out. I'll be right back, okay?
Yeah.
NCIC 31, 27, 29. His story's just not making sense. He's on felony probation for theft one, which is over $25,000. That's a lot of stolen stuff. That's just really suspicious. He has a lot of items in the back of his car. Driving around in the middle of the night, and his story just really doesn't make sense. He got pulled over last night, just kind of doing unknown over in North Pole, too, so I don't know what he's up to, but we'll figure it out.
Trooper Hayes contacts the man's probation officer.
Absolutely, will do. All right, thank you, sir. The PO said pull him out and search the vehicle. Fairbanks 31 to be out with him. All right, go ahead and step out. Okay, I got you. Right back here. Yeah, it's a tight fit. It's almost 3 in the morning. Generally, when you're out at this time, you're out doing something, and you're generally going there and going back home because it's late. So, got a headlamp. People that are out digging through people's yards and stuff have headlamps. I'm gonna take a picture of this. Could be directions to something or something that he's planning on doing. It's good to keep track of people that steal stuff. A lot of things that are stolen aren't really stolen until someone reports them stolen. So, technically speaking, I could be grabbing stolen items right now and not really be able to prove any of it until some homeowner A figures out that it's stolen and B calls us. So he's saying he's going to go and get some diesel for his house. What is he going to put that diesel in? This is going to heat your house for an hour. No credit cards, no cash. What is he buying this fuel with? His story just isn't making sense. He's out doing something. Fairbanks 31 negative on the search. All right, you can go ahead and step out, sir. Now, I want to be honest with you, okay? The story doesn't make sense. You don't have a credit card on you. Don't have any cash on you. I'm not sure how you're getting diesel, okay? So if you're out stealing stuff, listen to me, okay? Okay, but listen to me. If you're out stealing stuff, don't, okay? You're on felony probation. You know they're really stringent on that, okay? I appreciate the cooperation, man, okay? Drive careful. Have a good night, okay?
You too.
Hopefully he is, not doing anything than what he is saying, but it just kind of doesn't make sense.
This driver continues his evening. But as night wears on in Fairbanks,
10.219. So right now, dispatch is taking several 911 calls about an accident. They hear the horn blaring. It's over near a bridge on Nordale. I'm not sure at all what's happening here. They could have hit a moose or moved to avoid something in the roadway. Maybe there's a DUI. We want to make sure we get there before they leave if they've been drinking. Biggest concern is going to get there and see if anyone's hurt. So right now, dispatch is taking several 911 calls about an accident. They hear the horn blaring. It's over near a bridge on Nordale.
but a stretch of hazardous roadway still stands between Trooper Munson and the scene.
Okay. minor hydroplane. Right now it's raining, the road's slippery. It's going to be a few miles down the road here. I'm not sure at all what's happening here. They could have hit a moose or moved to avoid something in the roadway. Maybe there's a DUI. We want to make sure we get there before they leave if they've been drinking. Fairbanks 2035, 1023. It's going to be just by the boat launch.
10-4.
Okay. Man, just peeled it back probably 75 feet.
The mangled guardrail is the only thing keeping this vehicle from plunging into the river below.
How's it going?
I was driving.
Are you hurt? You injured? Need an ambulance or anything?
Nope, and my kids they're fine too.
Okay, and where are they? Are they in the other truck over there?
Yep.
Okay.
I came around that corner. I should have slowed down faster, but it was like that guardrail right there. It just was right there, and I don't know.
Okay, well, let's just step off the roadway a little bit. We'll get a little bit of information.
The vehicle allegedly slammed into the guardrail at highway speeds, and these passengers were lucky to avoid serious injury.
Both airbags deployed, but nobody's hurt. She's okay. The guardrail did its job and kept her out of the river.
But it won't keep her from a citation for unsafe speeds.
Couple of things here. One, I'm glad everybody's safe, okay? I'm glad you're doing okay. Unfortunately, you were driving too fast for the conditions. Had you coming around the corner not so fast, you probably would have been able to navigate the turn and not collided with the guardrail.
So dark. I couldn't believe how dark it was.
Yep, no, I understand completely.
Trooper Munson cites the driver for speeding, but he's thankful everyone leaves this scene safely.
As the weather starts to change, exactly what's going to be more and more of a problem. There's going to be a lot more collisions and a lot more people in the ditch. This is definitely going to be a growing problem in Fairbanks. Thanks, man.
500 miles south, on the Kenai Peninsula, it's Memorial Day weekend outside of Soldotna. Tourists flood the area's campgrounds in the unofficial kickoff of the Alaskan summer.
It's the first big push for tourism on the Kenai Peninsula. It really opens the floodgates for tourists to come down here and enjoy the weather.
But the influx of visitors means troopers must hit the road twice as hard.
We'll be hammered with traffic problems, drunk drivers, people driving recklessly, people getting in car accidents. And then as the alcohol starts flowing through the weekend, person-on-person crime is going to pick up. 26 1036.
It's not long before the weekend delivers its first suspicious driver.
Hi there.
Hi.
My name is Dave Captain. I'm with the troopers. I stopped you for following too closely.
Oh,
You only had about a second of following distance on that guy, and state law requires at least 2 seconds. Do you have your license, registration, and insurance?
No, I don't have a license, to be honest. I just moved here from Wisconsin.
Okay.
I don't have a license one. I just got here.
Okay, do you have vehicle registration and insurance in the car at all?
Just bought the car. No,
Okay.
I mean, I just bought the car. Like I said, I just got here.
Okay, do you have any paperwork for the vehicle at all?
Yep, shit in here. It's a mess. I'm in the middle of moving.
Okay.
I just got here. There a realty thing, a house I was looking at.
Okay.
It's here somewhere.
Anything to drink today?
Just beer like 2 hours ago.
2 hours ago?
Yep.
All right, hang tight one sec. I'll be right back, okay? Yeah, a little odor alcohol coming from the car. She'd missed having one beer earlier, but we're going to run her through field sobriety tests and make sure she's not too impaired to be driving. And then she's also got issues with her driver's license. She says she doesn't have one, so we got to figure out what's going on with her. She seems kind of on edge.
But when Trooper Chaffin runs her info through dispatch,
Valid. All right. 10-4. We have a test.
but this stop isn't over yet.
Can I have you hop out real quick for me? You step right back here. Okay. So you had one beer how long ago?
A couple hours ago.
Couple hours.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else to drink today?
Nope.
The reason I'm asking is because I can smell there's an odor of alcohol coming from the car when you're in the car.
Okay.
So that's why I'm asking these questions, and I can smell it now even with the wind. So I just want to make sure that it's just one beer. Can you take your glasses off for me? Your pupils are like tiny. Step right over here for me. Just stand right here by this little rock. And what I want you to do is I want you to imagine a straight line right in front of your left toe. Right foot in front of your left foot, please. Heel to toe. People aren't always forthcoming with the police. They don't always want to tell the truth. In her case, she said she hadn't used any drugs at all. She was telling me one story, but her body was telling me something else. Okay, when's the last time you used any controlled substances at all?
A couple days ago, some pot.
Some pot?
Yeah.
Okay. What else? Because you're showing signs of some other things in your system. Your pupils are like tiny, and that sometimes is an indication that like sometimes people take like oxycodone or oxycontin or something like that. Not at all. Okay. Is it okay if I search the vehicle and verify that?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Is there anything illegal in the car that I'm going to find?
No.
Okay. Cool. What a mess.
But Trooper Chaffin's quick look uncovers a string of suspicious items.
Okay. sweet. There's a little bit of residue. Tutor straws. Found a number of sealed alcohol containers, one open container, drug paraphernalia, and then on top of that, found a number of tutor straws that are used for people to snort controlled substances like methamphetamine, cocaine, most of your major stimulants.
But no drugs.
All right. What I need absolute honesty from you about this. I'm not calling you a career criminal. I'm not calling you a hardcore drug user or anything like that. But I got tutor straws in the car, and I can tell you that based on my experience and my training and all that, that you've got something else in your system other than just a little bit of alcohol.
I didn't have quite a line.
You did a line of meth?
Yes.
Okay. You're still showing signs of having methamphetamine in your system. A day and a half ago, is that actually a fair assessment?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Seriously, yeah.
Because it would be my guess, based on your signs and symptoms right now, that a day and a half ago is probably actually this morning or last night at the latest. All right, so here's the deal. Based on your performance on the tests and everything that I've observed about you today, it's pretty clear to me that you're impaired. Okay, so right now you're under arrest for driving under the influence of drugs.
Going to jail?
Yeah, I need you to put your hands behind your back for me, okay?
Really?
Yeah. We're going to take her to the Anchor Point Trooper Post, do a breath test for alcohol to figure out where she's at alcohol-wise, and then we're going to have a drug recognition expert come up and do an evaluation to determine exactly what she's impaired by.
...620 miles southeast at the Alaska Public Safety Training Academy.
Charlie and Delta Squad, come on down! Let's go, quickly. Sense of urgency, let's go.
Lead instructor Eric Spitzer is putting new trooper recruits through one of their toughest tests to date.
We're in week 6. Today, we're going to be doing a water survival practical in the ocean. The vessel in which you're on has just run aground. It's sinking fast. Engine room's on fire. And you have got 60 seconds to get in your emergency suit and abandon ship. Ready? Go! Quickly!
For the first part of training, recruits race to put on special life suits normally used for rescue situations in extremely cold temperatures.
On the legs, all the way down. 15 seconds to go.
Joining them in their ordeal is Fairbanks trooper Jim Meister.
You know, as a trooper, I know that the recruits look up to us, and it's important that they see that they're not getting asked to do nothing that we wouldn't do.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get in the water now. Step off. Go. Step.
The recruits are getting a taste of the conditions a potential cold water rescue victim would endure.
Quickly, get into a raft position. Raft position by squad. Let's go. Head to toe.
Experiencing firsthand just how hard it is to maintain control in 43-degree waters.
We're preparing them for if this does happen, relax, don't panic, swim back to the boat. Let's go, raft up! And once you're cold and the muscles start stiffening up, how difficult it is to get back into that life raft. Let's go, quickly! Teamwork, let's go! Get that arm in there! All right, go ahead and get out. Describe what you're experiencing there, Williams. Joint pain, sir! Joint pain? Sir!
But this challenge was just a warm-up.
It ain't over yet. So this is what's going to happen. You'll come out of the emergency suit and then get back into the water with your emergency suit off. Delta Squad, get in first. You'll automatically go into the heat escape lessening position and remain there until I tell you otherwise. Good to go? Yes, sir. All right, Delta Squad, go. All right, 2, 1.
With nothing but their fatigues and a life jacket, the recruits must bear the full brunt of the Arctic water.
Did we notice that initial gas response?
When you jump in the water, the first thing it does is just robs your breath from you. You have to mentally condition yourself to fight the urge to just curl up into a ball.
43 degrees Fahrenheit. 43 degrees Fahrenheit.
The recruits practice controlling their movement and regulating their breath.
You're good. We should already be noticing that your heart rate and respiration is starting to settle back down again. That's that.
And feel firsthand how quickly heat escapes from the body at these temperatures.
Now I want you to go ahead and break it out into like a starfish with your arms and legs fully extended. Good to go? Yes, sir. And go. Woo! All right, you see the effects of that heat escape lessening posture, yes?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you've been in the water now about 2 minutes. How the distal extremity is feeling? The fingers?
My arms are like icicles right now.
The elbows and knees suddenly feel as though they're locking up. Somewhat of a cramping effect. All right, we're at 3 minutes. 3 minutes. They have about 10 minutes to self-rescue. After that, in a cold water environment, your joints get so stiff that you're unable to swim effectively. You've been out there 4 minutes. 4 minutes. If you're out there for over 10 minutes, if you're an average person, it's not going to be good.
Next, the The recruits practice boarding a life raft to simulate a rescue situation.
You've now been in the water 7 minutes and 30 seconds. We lose body heat. How many times faster? How many times faster when we're in the water? 25 times faster. Very well.
But they're not done yet.
And out of the raft and get into a huddle position by squad. Go. We've been wet for 9 minutes. The initial stages of hypothermia start to show up between 5 and 10 minutes in the water. I see shivering is starting to set in right now. First sign of hypothermia, yes?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you've been in the water for 10 minutes and 20 seconds. Come on out.
Corporal Spitzer decides they've had enough. For these trooper hopefuls, it's an invaluable lesson.
As Alaska State Troopers, we participate in search and rescues. Troopers need to know about hypothermia and its effects on the human body.
Can you hear me? Thomas, good job. All right, hang on, we'll grab your belt. Ready?
I think they did a great job. There was no whining or sniveling. Clank, can you knock me out 10 push-ups right now?
Okay, sir. Let's go. Let's go. Down.
Here we are, week 6 of the academy, and the teamwork's really starting to become evident, so real proud of them. All right, recover. One up, get changed over. Dry clothes. Good job. Outstanding.